everyone, Andrea Coombs here with Investor.com, here today with our AskInvestor.com question. This is where we answer the money questions you're asking. And if you have a money question, feel free to drop a note in our comment section on the YouTube video and we will try to respond to it. Okay, so today's money question is, what is compound interest? Okay, compound interest is what happens when the money you earn on your money itself earns money. Okay, and I understand that actually is not all that clear. So let's instead of using words to describe compound interest, well, let's try using numbers. Okay, so let's say you have $1,000. You put it in a bank account, and because you're smart, you use a high yield savings account, of course. So $1,000 in a high yield savings account that's paying, let's say, 4% interest. Okay, so after a year, the money's been sitting there for a year. You earned $40, 4% interest on $1,000, $40. And just for the record, we're assuming annual compounding. Most banks actually compound your interest rate daily or monthly, which is better for you. When you're earning interest, you want it to compound as frequently as possible because you get more money that way. So, but we're just, for simplicity's sake, today, we're going to assume annual compounding. So after a year, you have $40. So now you have $1,040 sitting in your bank account, and you wait another year because you're such a patient person and you're so smart, saving your money. After another year, okay, I'm going to have another $40, right? So 1,080, 1,040, 1 year, another 40 the second year, so 1,080, right? Not so fast, okay? So because of compounding, you're actually going to have $1,081.60, okay? So what is going on here? So you have this extra $1.60. That is compounding. So what happened is you earned $1.60 in interest in your second year on the $40 of interest that you earned in your first year. Okay, so you get that extra $1.60 there. You have $1,081.60 at the end of your second year. Again, we're assuming annual compounding. It would actually be a little higher if you had more frequent compounding. Now, of course, that $1.60 that does not sound very magical, right? Where's the magic of compounding in that, right? So I hear you. Really, the magic of compounding comes in when you have more time. Okay, when you really let your money sit and you give it a lot of time. So let's say that you have the $1,000 is still sitting there. You're very patient. You're going to let it sit in that bank account earning 4% a year for 20 years. Okay. So at that point, just make sure I get my numbers right. But at that point, after 20 years, you'll have almost $2,200 in your bank account. Okay. If you didn't compound your interest, if you were just earning interest each year and it wasn't compounding, you would have $1,800. Okay, so with compounding, you get almost $2,200. That's almost $400 just because you let your money sit there and earn interest on the interest. So there's a little bit more magic for you in the compounding. It's the power of compounding. It gets more fun the longer you let your money sit, and also the more money you put in. Okay, so it just gets more and more magical over time, and the longer you let it sit there. And keep in mind, we've been talking about a 4% interest rate on a bank. That's a great bank savings rate. But really, if you've got time, 10 years or more, you might want to think about investing. You invest in a diversified portfolio, you're going to highly likely earn more than 4% on average each year over time. So really, if you're interested in investing, it can be a great way to power your money over time if you've got, at least 10 years or even at least 5 years to let your money sit. For more on investing, check out our story on investor.com. Until then, this has been AskInvestor.com. And again, if you have any money questions you want answered, drop us a note in the comments.